visitors. Michael from the old days and Maxie from the older days. So we got a full satsang. There's a depth in each of you that may be far deeper than you've looked so far. There's a depth in silence so deep that you disappear. And when you can rapidly go into this depth by yourself, it just helps your daily life by bringing a lot of calm and a lot of clarity to your life. Veselina's is the exception. There's no clarity there. Just kidding, sweetie. The silence inside, if you turn within and imaginatively look backwards into your head, third eye area, and then start feeling downwards, moving that darkness downwards that you see up there into your chest and into your gut. And now you're immersed in your own consciousness. You're always immersed in your own consciousness, but that doesn't often occur to you because we're kind of people. Silence doesn't go over big in the United States. But it's in that deeper silence that you recover your life away from the trivial and all the entertainment we do because we're bored. To be able to just sit in quiet, feeling your body. Close your eyes and locate your attention into your head. Move it around. Doesn't that feel odd to witness from the inside the movement of your headspace? You can feel or acknowledge your headspace behind your face. And when you move it, it changes. The light changes. And then you allow your attention to drift lower. usually in me, it would drop suddenly from my forehead into my lower gut. And when that happened, there was true silence, no thinking, no busyness, no caring, because I'm home. And what's to celebrate reaching home? Except it's a happy place. It's a place I come from and to which I return each evening. When you practice meditation for 10 or 15 years or more, during those times that you return into yourself, you'll go deeper and deeper until you reach the bottom. And I remember for years, I would push down on my consciousness, trying to extend it into the darkness below my diaphragm, and it just wouldn't go. But it's enough to just be in silence. The busyness goes away. I have nothing to do and nowhere to go. So turn your attention within and let it sink down into your gut. Feel the quiet. It's deeper than just listening to the quiet. The less you do, the less movement there is, the easier it is to drop deeper into consciousness until you knock on the floor. And that floor usually takes a few years to break through before you can go really deep. In the meantime, we are pestered by the remains of our early life and all the memories we have, all the slogans we've internalized, all the things we do inside that have to turn off in order to go deep. In going deep, we recover our true home, our first home and our last home, the home of silence and stillness. Now, as you do this, there can be happenings in your rest of your life, like beginning to go spontaneously into meditation whenever you're alone, or when you're sitting alone in a class, you're glad to escape the class by going deep into yourself. Just like we escape the pettiness of our lives when we go into deep meditation. The silence is so deep. The distance is so vast. And the peace so deep also. That peace, you can learn to spread that sense of peace, of relaxation into your back muscles, your shoulder muscles, and feel them go heavy on you. They're trying to do what you want them to do. Go deep inside yourself and stay there. No more than 20 minutes or 22 minutes at a time. Going more than that, you start wasting time. You get tired of holding your position in emptiness. So do something else for a while. And then come back again and try it again to see how deep you can drop into yourself consciously. Because the day will come when the dropping will come spontaneously. And it'll be like your life force is being sucked from your upper body into your lower body. It's a great experience. You find the base of your life, the base energies of your life when you go inside into your cortex. But mostly what meditation teaches you is to be quiet, rest in quietness. Because all the people out there are not resting in their quiet. They're marching full step and lockstep into mental prisons. The prisons we call our everyday life or whatever. But there's a deeper prison we can go to that brings with it a sense of freedom. And that's to dive deep in our own consciousness, take the consciousness and drop it into our bodies. It takes a long while to get out of the head, a long time. Your goal is to rest into peace, the peace of yourself at rest. And when you can spontaneously do that twice a day or so, your life will be in balance. See what it's like inside your body with your eyes closed and in silence. Look around. Wherever you look, there's silence. Wherever you look, there is satsang. Wherever you look, there you are, filling all of it with your sense of self. If you still have your mind talking to you in your head, you'll have to tolerate that for a while until you learn how to avoid the mind altogether and just drop into your sense of self. So self-realization is taking the internal and being the world and one's own self from this internal point of view. This internal has a power. And when you rest in that power, don't try to touch it at this point. Don't try to manipulate it or make it deeper. Just fall inside. Fall to your greatest depth possible. You're exploring your own silence and the darkness you see inside. You feel inside. You hear inside. Practice makes perfect. When you've done it a while, it's really easy to slip back into. If you haven't done it much recently, it's not so easy anymore. But that stillness in you is part of your birthright to find peace at the fountainhead of your beingness. Max and Michael are with me today here. They came to visit me. And now we're having a live satsang with a live external satsang. They're not online because they're with me directly. Chris, what is your present experience of yourself, wherever it is? Sometimes it's hard to go from inside to outside.
Um,
That's it.
Emptiness, openness. When you said, Chris, what's your experience? It really wasn't Chris. It was just the experience of the openness. Not like I was feeling open, not like there was me feeling open. It was just open. And that's what it felt like. That was, I could hear your voice. I have a memory that I could hear your voice, but I don't remember what you were saying. I remember the feeling of your voice, and it was pleasant. It was like I don't know. It felt like flowy. I don't say wind or water because it just felt I could feel your voice just kind of moving around in there.
That's what it's like for me too. That emptiness is speaking to both of us. Do you feel the emptiness too?
It's an alive emptiness.
Yes, it is. Exactly.
I
Exactly.
it's
Oh,
so foreign to like I'm speaking to you now, me from a memory of it. It it wasn't like emptiness. It's not dead. It's not, it's not, there's, like I said, it's like an aliveness to it. I think that's enough for now.
Jay, what about you?
I think Chris summed it up to a great extent. Your message is so exquisite and so simple, and I I simply just let it take me. Uh, there's there's a very gentle awareness. It really, it's no place to go, nothing to do, nowhere to go, and to just simply again um, try to put the world, the mundane world down, because the intensity of it is overwhelming. And what's requited here, what you bring, the power of the life force is intoxicating on a level that's just, it's exquisite, it's palpable, and I got to stop talking because I just want to kind of drift in the total palpable God's grace. The manifestation of love is so powerful. I just love it. It's intense and it's exquisite. Thank you.
Vesselina. Can you express what's going on in you?
Well, I was hoping you'd talk more so I can feel more calm because I am very tense and um I just don't feel well.
Is there
I
a
feel,
cause?
Hmm?
Is there a cause? A special cause for today?
No, just some things that has happened before and my interactions with people sometimes and yeah.
With your eyes closed and your attention spread throughout your whole body as equally as you can. I find freedom. My body's light as a feather. Silence sort of passes through me like a breeze. And there's an intensity about this state of intense awareness. And sometimes it seems tinged by happiness, and at other times by nothingness. Meditation is your escape route into happiness, happiness of divine beingness, where you don't have to depend on being loved or loving to feel good, because you find your own self within. And when you first greet yourself, it brings such joy and happiness. And you continue that with that every satsang, where you're able to go deep into yourself, let go of the world, and just go deep into that dark silence within. And then at a certain point, it takes you. You feel like it grabs your heart or your guts and pulls you downwards into the darkness of peace and quiet. And there you stay for a while. And there, even doing nothing, you're getting a feel for transcendence, transcendence of the human, transcendence of the person. Because consciousness goes deep within, but also can go straight above. And you just be quiet and watch it. Watch it where it takes you. Play with consciousness. Move your head around and feel how darkness changes and the feel changes. Go down into the silence or remain present with your darkness. Okay. Let your consciousness rise to the surface again. Come to the surface. Come back to thinking. Now, didn't you enjoy a great rest from your own self? The silence within can get so deep, and it sort of sucks you in and down. And sit there, you'd gladly do, and feel the silence within you and around you, everywhere. Do we have any comments or questions? Feel your body. Feel your breath moving your lungs. Feel the sense of pressure, or however you feel your back now. Sink into that feeling. And then come out. Look around the room. Does anybody have anything to say, a question?
This is Chris. I was aware of something. I guess I could identify something that I today. A pulsing in the nothing. It's very gentle, and it's like the lowest mode. Let's call it the lowest mode of nothing. Just a very gentle ping, ping. And it's not in sync with my breath. It's not in sync with my heart rate. And I feel that you do a really good job of speaking in resonance with that. Whereas my speaking is something separate right now, but I can feel it in me, that pulsing, that just a very gentle ping. It's and I can feel that pinging in my life. And when I'm in resonance with it, I'm calm and peaceful and feeling. But there's other times when my mind and the world get more active, and that's all drowned, that pinging is drowned out by the noise and the vibration of my mind and the world and people. But I can feel it even now as I'm speaking. Just a very gentle beating. And I felt like maybe what you were saying in the past when you were on Mount Baldy and you'd go to the bell, and I could just feel it. Bell, 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 be hitting the bell in resonance with that soft, gentle pulsing. I wonder if that's what you were talking about when you were talking about the Mount Baldy bell, is in living in resonance, living by feeling that gentle beat.
Yeah. That's part of it.
What's the other part?
The rest of it. That's only like the top 5%. What's going on with the rest of you?
Well, it's Michael C. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I really wanted to thank you again because not only we're really fortunate. I've been through different I mean I'm relatively old, but I've been through a few meditation trainings and that kind of stuff. But I only read about this. I had a real advanced energy teacher a long time ago when I was younger. And he was able to show the energy waves for like Marshall transmission and stuff, but I don't know so much about the spiritual. But it was a good basic training to have, because then you could have that energy grow. And until I um, met you here, I finally was able to open up the higher energy body fields, like the causal, the beyond physical, that is, going into mental energy body and the causal field and the psychic field and that kind of, I mean, starting to touch base with that. But I guess long story short, what I read about the ability to project the heart to heart slash mind transmission, and I really feel that from you, where your energy is actually beaming into the group. Or, and I mean, it takes me hours to get to that state on my own, and when I'm at satsang, I could just sort of listen to you and join with your energy, and it gives me my energy has attention, and I could fall into that state. And it's really amazing that you're able to teach that way without even speaking. Speaking helps. It helps me go become more sensitive to what you're trying to transmit with your heart and mind. But it's really amazing. It's I could see, in the old days, Yogananda's devotees used to, when he was around, a living a living avatar makes a huge difference in regards to actually being able to do it, and to be with somebody like you and being able to have that sort of like a jump start for that. It really, really helps. And that's where satsang is so awesome, because you know we do our best during the week, and then we come see you, and it just strengthens that bond with the divine. And I really thank you for that.
Well, thank you very much for that, Michael. That was nice. PJ, where have you been?
I'm here, I said. I was on mute, sorry. Um, Trying to be quiet.
Jay, what about you?
Um, I, I try not to overthink it. I can't, because um, sometimes the machinations just overwhelm me, and it gets away from me, and I have to put it down. Um, I, I I try, as I've said, to take the your satsangs as a template to try to just to get through the the exigencies of the mundane world. And there's just a gentleness here, and the more I talk about it, the more it seems to violate that gentleness. And I just wanted to let it go, just to where you take me with your words. The gift that you are to this sangha is just so exquisite. Your lineage, the gift of Robert Adams, and how gentle he was in everything that you've written. And I've read everything since, in your blog since 2006, and I go back and reread portions of it, because the people who, and I will almost use a college term, have matriculated through the satsangs with you, the way they wrote and the way they found whatever attainment was or is just so extraordinary. I I'm I just I have a long way to go and nowhere to go. And I am, the isness, it's just, it's like this, the seeker is the sought. I am what I'm looking for. As Robert Adams said, you ask, who am I? And you don't answer it because you are the answer, whatever that means. It maybe isn't, it may not be any more complicated than that. It isn't necessarily any answer. It doesn't, it doesn't make, it only keeps, every step of the journey is exquisite. When you're not here, it's still exquisite because the life force comes through the Sangha in a way that requites a love to me that is so profound that it's just the takeaway is joy and bliss. And there isn't a lot of bliss in the world. I mean, the world is frightening. There are things going on now that just, so that's why I can't get here fast enough, and why I love what you are to me and what you are to the Sangha. I believe I speak for everyone. It's just your gentleness and the power of the life force that you channel is beyond words. So I think I've exhausted. I'm way past my word limit, but I love what you are to me is extraordinary and a gift, and I love you for that.
Thank you, Jay. You're a gift to me too. That adulation, is appreciated. It means that sometimes I've touched somebody. Well, next week, read chapter 3 of our textbook. Maybe go into chapter 4, page 76 or 77. Then forget about what you read. I love you all. Take care.